What's up, guys? I am Tyler Hosley, and we are discussing one of my favorite things right now.
Yep, and I'm Craig Pay. You remember me from the podcast? Me and Tyler have been. I'm a recent convert to Euphoria. Obviously, Tyler's been talking about it for some time and talking about it quite a lot. And I just finished both seasons, first time watches of both seasons, and I really enjoyed it. So we decided, we were going to do little mini episodes about season 3 as each episode drops, and I'm gonna speak about it a little, but mostly I'm just gonna listen to Tyler just blow his load over the latest episode of Euphoria. So, Tyler,
Oh, I'm gonna blow my load so hard that I'm gonna turn into a husk, just a dry fucking husk. 'Cause I have been waiting to discuss Euphoria on this show for
I
years.
know
I
you
didn't want
have.
to.
I know.
Yes, I just didn't want to hurt Kevin because Kevin just doesn't want to watch Euphoria, and Dave, I don't think he's a fan. But
No,
so
you were gonna just pick the first two episodes, weren't you? Instead of a movie one week and make sure that everybody had to watch them. But
I
you
was.
never felt brave enough to pull the trigger on that one. I don't think you didn't want to hear Dave like. You want to hear Dave go full Dave on your baby. I think.
No, no, no. And to be honest with you, I didn't have the balls to go full, pet justice. I think that was you, Greg, if you remember that
Yeah,
shit.
that was me.
But yes, that was you. But I just didn't have the balls to do that. So, but now we're just covering it in mini episodes. But yes, I am a massive Euphoria fan. It is my favorite television show on TV right now. I mean, I have my other favorite shows like Breaking Bad and all that stuff, but current TV shows, Euphoria is my all-time favorite. I fucking love it. But so season 3, I have been anticipating this since what, 2022, when the second season ended. I thought this first episode was incredible. I mean, right off the bat, it has such a different feel and vibe from the previous 2 seasons. I know Levinson said he was going for a more Western vibe, the color
Yeah,
saturation, the huge wide shots. That opening scene with Rue trying to get the Jeep over the fence is like a fucking short film in itself. It's amazing. It is just an incredible opening sequence. The perfect song choice of like Christopher Cross too. I mean, the soundtrack of this episode is just great.
they
And
got that
Zendaya,
iconic shot that you get in Western films where everything is dark and you just see the outside. And normally there'd be like a cowboy standing there, but it's a cow now. In
yep.
I can't remember I can't remember the cow's name, but I liked that.
Yeah, that's so good. And then the opening title sequence, which looks totally different than any of the Euphoria title sequences so far, but when it just pans back and you see the Jeep just rocking back and forth and that fucking bird lands on it and then the Euphoria titles and the copy right underneath it, it's just, man, it was perfect. Such a
Yeah,
great opening for this show. Just
it's def-
perfect.
yeah, it's definitely got classic Western vibes, but it's got spaghetti Western vibes as well, which I really like.
Definitely, definitely.
And we meet a cowboy towards the end, quite kind of a cowboy in a thong.
But yeah, no, and Zendaya is just, she's fucking brilliant here. Just, I mean, she's been great and consistently great in every episode from season 1 and 2, but she's really good here. And she was another level. She was on another level in this episode. She's just a natural talent. And I love Zendaya. I think she's great. I love this whole cast. And speaking of the cast, I think all the progressions of the characters are excellent. Rue is still Rue. She'll always be Rue, but now she's like a drug mule working for Lori, and I love her and Faye working together too. They play off each other really well. The swallowing, the big thing right now that's controversial
Oh,
going on. Yeah, this is the big thing that's going on like Instagram right now. People like bitching, calling it like fetishy and stuff, which is just, to me it's ridiculous. But I'm not going to get into
absolutely
that.
not. I nearly reached with the amount. There's like a sequence of just straight drool, which made me like sick to my fucking stomach. I don't see how it's fetishizing anything. It's just making me fucking ill.
Yeah, no, I don't get like queasy from shit, but watching them shove that shit down their throat and the fucking drool and the dry heaving, I'm like, oh my god, it's fucking brutal. It is so brutal. But I just don't get the fetishy things for it because I mean these people that are complaining about this obviously have never seen movies like, like Maria Full of Grace, which was about like not fentanyl, but like balloons putting drugs down their throat from the balloons and all that stuff. It's not fetishy. It's just what they fucking do. It's just it is what it is. But I'm not gonna get into the arguing with people on Instagram about how this is not fetishy. But yeah, I love the progression of all the characters, and that scene is just fucking great. But there's a scene. Speaking of that scene, there is a scene that has like a killer edit in it, and when Rue has to shit out the balloons, and the guy's carrying her to the bathtub, and Lori says, "Grab the strainer," and they grab the strainer, and
Oh.
they, and you see like Rue fucking pulling down her pants, and it just has that rapid cut to the fucking spaghetti noodles going in the strainer. I laugh so hard because that's fucking hilarious.
I hope that strainer. I hope they got separate strainers. I hope they're not using it. I hope that's not the house strainer for everything. Because,
Oh my god. Can you imagine just fucking, oh yeah, here's the fentanyl fucking drug balloons. Yep, there's all the shit. And then it gets put in our fucking spaghetti. That edit was so good.
it
Such a good
was.
edit. But yeah, and then fucking so back to the characters. Lexi is now in Hollywood, which couldn't be any more perfect because season 2 with her in the play, and just, yeah, I could see Lexi going Hollywood, and that was just the perfect setup for her. And Lexi, Maud Apatow is great. She really is good,
Yeah.
and she is probably the most talented of the Apatows, including her dad Judd, who I do like, but Maud is just wonderful. Nepotism aside, she's great. She really is good.
Last
Yeah.
season, she became one of my favorite characters, and her and Fezco's relationship became my favorite element of the show. I think in season
Yeah,
2.
love them
Just to go
together.
quickly, just to quickly get into a whole separate, kind of separate element. Like everything I read is by people who watch Euphoria was season 1 is great, season 2 was a disappointment. I like season 2 a lot more than season 1. I don't know about you.
Um, I kind of like them both equally, but I think season 2 was masterful. I'm surprised people did not like season 2, because season 2 is just so many iconic moments in season 2, like the Fezco Lexi relationship, and the raid of the house at the end, the play. I mean, there are so many great scenes in season 2 that I couldn't believe anyone would say it's lesser, because it's so good.
No, what happens to Eric Dane's character because he plays the fuck out of that.
Hmm.
Rue going on the fucking run is an amazing episode. It really gets
Yep.
into Rue's whole deal. I think season 2 is way better than season 1, and I like them both. But I don't know. I read a lot of people saying it was a disappointment, which is strange to me.
It has some of the most realistic withdrawal sequences ever put to film too. Like when Rue is actually withdrawing, like in that episode when she's running. I mean, that's actually what a person looks like that's withdrawing off drugs. It's brutal. And then the following episode when she's just trying to open that candy wrapper and she just can't do it, and you see like the snot coming down her nose and she's crying. It's
Oh,
such, oh my god, it's heart wrenching to watch because it's so realistic. Zendaya just fucking is amazing in the show. Incredible actress. I hope she continues doing some more stuff like this, and less of the Spider-Man kind of stuff, because she's really good in this kind of shit.
well, wasn't really aware of Zendaya until I'd seen her in the Spider-Man films, but the other thing I'd seen her in was Euphoria once I started watching it, and immediately I was like, okay, I get why people are making a fuss. I hope she
Hmm.
carries on being an actress and not a movie star, because she's got the goods.
Oh, she's great. She was good in Challengers too. I still haven't seen the drama yet. I'm dying to see that one, but yeah, she's excellent in Challengers too. Another really good one that I like a lot. But let's see. So yeah, oh yeah, so Cassie, Sydney Sweeney. You know I love Sydney Sweeney. I love
I
her.
do.
Um, she's married to Nate now, which I thought I saw coming, and her wanting to be a content creator is kind of spot on, because that's just who Cassie is. That's who she wants. She wants all the attention on herself, and that's the character she is. And I thought the dog TikTok thing was hilarious. Like, again, I don't want to get into people bitching, because there's a lot of people bitching about that too. But that scene is not even graphic. It's her in a dog costume and a thong, and how
Yeah.
much is that doggy in the window playing, and she plays with a shoe and drinks water out of a bowl. It's not, the people complaining about that are the same people that flick their bean to fucking 50 Shades of Grey or something like that. It's just it's not graphic. It's just that's what Cassie's doing now. She is a content creator, and she'll do anything to get attention and likes. That's just who she is. So,
Well, there's a line in it where she says, I don't think it's a new character, but there's sunbathing, and she speaks to another character about setting up an OnlyFans, and she says, people just want to feel special. And in that line, she's talking about people who would join her OnlyFans, but of course we know she's talking about herself.
yep.
That's all Cassie wants, is to feel special. and she just keeps failing at it.
Oh no, Cassie, that's the character she is. This is her evolution, and I'm surprised people didn't see this coming because this is what Cassie was going to be. She had that scene where she's like scrolling on her phone at the end of the episode, looking at Maddie's pictures with all the celebrities and stuff, and she's just so lonely in that house by herself without Nate and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, this is who Cassie is. This is what she married. This is what her life is going to be. So she needs this OnlyFans to make herself feel wanted by other men. It's just that's just who she is. That's always
Yeah.
who Cassie was. But Nate, Jacob Elordi's always great. He seems very toned down now. Like, I mean, this is just episode one, so I can't really judge it by what he's doing right now. But he's super toned down compared to what Nate used to be, because Nate obviously was a piece of shit. But he's playing it so differently here. I see people using the term lobotomized, which is not correct. He's just playing a different kind of Nate right now, and I'm curious to see where he goes because I have no idea where his character's heading.
He's had a few years about his dad, so I think people are not taking into account what a huge shift that's gonna be for his character, because it's all been about his dad for such a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah, and you
And of
can.
course, so carry
No,
on.
go ahead. No, go ahead. You go ahead.
Of course, he owns a Cybertruck. That's just a perfect little detail.
Oh, dude.
Of course, he's gonna have a fucking Cybertruck. That's who Nate is.
Oh, when I saw him pull up in that fucking ugly ass garbage looking truck, I'm like, yeah, that's Nate. That's who Nate is. He's a rich fucking cyber truck driving fucking asshole. That's Nate, and it's just perfect that he has that car. Just
And
perfect.
he's gonna pull up at the job site every day in that fucking Cybertruck with all these like minimum wage people like slaving for him, looking at this shitty, over expensive car, and it's not even going to occur to him that he's a dickhead.
I don't think Nate thinks he's a dickhead. I think Nate thinks he's fucking perfect. That's just who Nate is.
Yeah,
He's Jacob Elordi plays it so well. He's such a great actor. He's another. This show has so many like great up and coming not up and coming. They are actresses now, actors and
yeah,
actresses. This show is just full of people that are on the rise right now. Everybody. It's
absolutely.
crazy how they got this cast back together again.
I think Angus would have kept going up as well. Angus would have done really well for himself.
I miss him so much.
Yeah,
Fesco was
same.
such a great character, and he's truly missed this season. And it's a shame what happened to him because he was a wonderful character, and I loved Fesco, and I miss the dynamic between Fesco and Lexi for sure. They were just great together.
A really soulful performance, and I'm not slagging off the writing because yeah, I keep going off in tangents, but people say you know, oh, I don't like Euphoria, it's shallow. And I've got two ways of thinking about that. A, it is quite shallow, and that's kind of why I like it. There's nothing wrong with being entertained, but I also
Hmm.
don't think it is quite as shallow as people think it is. There is more depth to it. I think Angus gave a lot of depth to his performance.
Yeah, there's a lot of depth in Fesco's character. I would say there's a lot of depth in a lot of these characters actually in Euphoria, but Fesco is a real standout. Like that little scene at the beginning of season two when Fesco and Lexi are talking on the couch, and she goes away for a minute, and she just comes back, and Fesco goes, "Where were you? I was beginning to miss you." I'm like, "Oh man, that just hits me in the heart every time because he just plays it so well. He's such a somber. I mean, you see what he does in that episode to Nate following that
Yeah,
fucking scene, but he's such a somber gentleman, and I love Fesco in the show. I truly miss him dearly. So good.
same. And Ashtray.
Oh yeah, Ashtray was great.
He was a little psychopath.
He was. One thing I know we're talking about season three, but I got to bring this up. The very first sequence of season two, episode one, with Fesco and Ashtray's backstory with the grandmother, amazing. A little
Yeah,
short movie in
fantastic.
itself. Incredible.
And when you
Incredible.
and when you start, because is that the first scene of season two?
Yep, that's the opening scene of season two.
And that's where you see the move into shooting everything on 35mm film because it looks incredible. And I think that's
Oh,
another thing about Euphoria. It always looks incredible, but season two looks just straight off the bat like a 70s movie, beautiful.
oh, gorgeous. The whole tracking shot through the strip club, and then when she shoots the dudes in the legs, it's just incredible. That whole opening sequence in season two is like cinematic, like just 70s crime film cinematic. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
But so let's see. I talked about Lexi. Okay, I want to talk about. She's barely in this, but I'll bring her up anyway because she's one of my favorite characters on this show, and that is Maddie. I love Maddie. I am a Maddie stan. I love her to death. Alexa Demi's amazing. She's great. She's gorgeous. She plays this character so well. She wasn't in much of this episode, maybe 5 minutes, and that's probably pushing it. But she's a talent manager now. But I know from what I saw in the coming attractions, she's going to start working with Cassie again. I think she has some other motives, I would imagine, because I know her and Cassie are probably not friends. She's probably going to fake it. But
Yeah.
I am curious to see where that relationship goes now that Cassie and Nate are married, and then Maddie is kind of doing her own thing. I know that wasn't I know that was a friendship breakup, and I'm curious to see where that goes. But
Same.
let's see. Yeah. So, and then the finale part of season 3, which is probably my favorite part of the entire episode, when we finally get to meet Alamo fucking Brown, which I cannot pronounce his name. I am so sorry. I can't do it because I will fucking butcher the fuck out of that name.
I'm only
But
saying Adewale, and then I'm stopping right there because I
yeah,
too would make a mess of that name.
I can't do it because I feel bad when I mispronounce people's names. So I can't do it. But he is so good here. The cowboy hat, speedo rocking strip club owner, just incredible. I goddamn love this character, and he's only been on screen for maybe 10 minutes. And his entire sequence in the house with Rue. You got Rue dancing with the strippers in the background. His back and forth with Rue talking about how he's the king of pussy. I am so excited to see these two working together. I think he makes her like manager of his strip club from what I can tell, and I think it's going to be amazing because these two are going to play so well off each other. Just from that little sequence in the house, and then the way that episode ends with that fucking apple on top of her head, that was like just chef's kiss to this like perfect fucking premiere episode of this season.
Rue's reaction to that is hilarious.
Oh, it's great.
Just it starts off as a little laugh and then just turns into this really quite insane laugh. She's out of her goddamn mind. I don't. I'm excited to see where she takes that. She's obviously. I'm glad she's kind of sober. She's not quite very completely sober because she's drinking and smoking weed at that party, but she's kind of sober enough. But she's also one of the most self-destructive characters in the history of anything. So I don't see good things happening for her, fortunately.
No, it's gonna get dark for her. I have a feeling, unless she somehow goes back to that little Amish family in the fucking country with the cows that has that really gorgeous girl that drove her down to the bus. I don't know who that character is. They panned on
She's
her for a long fucking time. I think she's gonna come back into the show.
she's gonna come back. She's definitely gonna come back.
Yes, she has to. I mean, they kept on her face when she was pulling off on that bus for like a solid 15 seconds. There's a reason why she's coming back. That whole family's coming back because I know Rue's getting into like religion hardcore. Like she's in the car listening to fucking a religion on tape, and you got that guy in the background that's just terrified. Oh, that was
Yeah,
so funny. That made me laugh so hard. Oh man, this episode has so many just fucking great things in there. Just so many great little moments. The little bat. She's an Uber driver after she's a drug mule and an Uber driver, and she's dropping off Batman to Hollywood Boulevard. It's fucking great. Everything about this episode was so good. I love this premiere.
yeah. I'm with you. Like I was so glad they tidied up that loose end from season two because I was like, season two ended. I'm like, hang on, Rue owes much drugs, like a lot of drugs to somebody. Like, what's gonna happen here? And we weren't sure we were getting a season three, were we? So it seemed like that
Yeah,
was the one thing season two was missing was like that thread.
yeah. I'm not sure Lori's math was mathin'. I'm not sure where she
What, the
got that
43
fucking
million?
number. Yes, I'm not sure where she got that number. I'm not going to get into the fucking math of that, but I tried to do something, and I'm like, I don't see it coming to $43 million, but maybe I could be wrong. But I'm not. I don't think Lori's math was math.
She'll take
But
100 grand though. She'll take 100 grand. She's a reasonable lady.
Yeah, no, she is reasonable. She's a very soft spoken fucking drug dealer. I'll give her that. She's something about her. I actually like their whole crew. Like you got little Michael Myers in there too. Dag, he's in there. He's fucking. It's crazy to see him playing such a gangster character because I'm so used to seeing him as little Michael Myers. But yeah, he's doesn't have many lines, but he's good in it. It's cool to see Dag show up in here.
I did not even notice him. I think I saw his name in the credits and it didn't occur. But yeah, I'll go. I'll have a look in episode two
Yeah,
if he pops up again.
he's the long blonde haired one with the nose ring, and he was on top of the roof with the assault rifle, like watching Rue leave. That's him.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I
yeah,
don't
this
have a
is
lot to say. You know, you've
yeah, no, I mean we're only one episode deep, so it's hard. But yeah, this was a great premiere, and I'm glad I got someone on the show to talk about it with because I didn't think anyone would on the show, so I got Craig on my side now, so it's good.
you have, man. I really enjoyed the show. I really enjoy all of the actors, and I really enjoyed this episode. Everyone is kind of where I expected them to be. Rue is probably my favorite. Like I thought, is she dressed as Hunter S. Thompson in the opening scenes as well?
She looks like Hunter S. Thompson in those opening scenes, that's for sure.
Yeah, she definitely had that vibe. I just like watching Zendaya just stumble through life, fucking up constantly. But she's just kind of adorable, and you want the best for her. You know it's not going to happen, but you're you're pushing for her. You're cheering for her. It's not going to happen. It's all going to go awful. But yeah, I love Zendaya. I love the whole cast. I love the look of the film. It's so fucking beautifully shot. Some absolutely killer soundtrack choices as well. Some great needle drops. I think there was. I can't remember what episode it was in season two, but it played this song by Can, and the whole sequence was fucking incredible. So yeah, I really like all the returning characters. I'm really happy to see Adewale because I have always enjoyed him going right back to Oz when he was an absolute fucking monster. I think we're gonna get some more of that guy. I just love that scene where he's been sitting at the bar chatting to Rue, and he just gets up and he pulls his robe kind of open so you can just see him in his silver thong, and he does this kind of gross, kind of thrusty dances. He's going, yeah, going to jump in the hot tub with the ladies, and I'm just like, well, I'm going to have so much fun with this character.
Oh,
He's just
he's
a
so
great.
good.
He's always been fucking great, man. Like I've been Lost. He popped up in Lost for a bit, and they fucking didn't know what to do with him because he's too fucking good. And I'm really happy to see him. But yeah, it's what I wanted from the season three premiere. I'm excited to see where it goes. Is there anything that you want to happen that you think is going to happen? What do you think is coming next season?
Um well, now that I kind of saw the coming attractions, I'm dying to see Rue working with Alamo. That's like the thing that I'm looking forward to the most, and I want to see where Maddie goes. Maddie, like I said, Maddie's a character that I really loved in season one and two, and I really want to see what she's going to be doing with Cassie and Jules. Jules too. We didn't mention Jules at all because she wasn't
Yeah,
in
of
this
course.
episode,
Yeah, she hasn't
but
appeared yet.
yeah, I know Jules is a sugar baby for I think that's what she's doing now for a living. I think she's an artist as well from what I can tell. But yeah, she's a sugar baby and I think she still hangs out with Maddie as well. So I am looking forward to seeing Jules cuz Hunter Schafer is also super talented and I'm looking forward to seeing what they have in store for her.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Hunter Schafer too, and I'm glad that Eric Dane. I'm glad they could fit in a last scene for him because I think he's not an actor I ever enjoyed before, but I don't think is his acting. I think it's the sort of the TV shows he was in. He was in one of those medical dramas. Was it Grey's Anatomy or something like that?
Yeah, he
Just a
was
sort.
like Mick Steamy or something.
Yeah, there's just not shows that I watch, so I just didn't really have any idea what sort of actor he was or if I liked him. But he's good in season one, but he is so fucking good in season two. Like that episode where he goes back to you learn a bit about his background, and he goes back to that bar from his teenage years. That's a great fucking episode, and he is so good at it. That I'm really glad get this we get this final scene with him. I'm glad they could fit that in. It's such a
Yeah,
fucking shame, man.
Yeah, Eric Dane was another talent. I mean, John Swab used him in Little Dixie, and I thought he was like really good in that. I mean, he's been in some like other things, like movies that I don't really remember him in. Like, apparently he was in like the Helter Skelter from 2004, which I do not remember him in. I've seen it, but I don't remember. I think he was. They said he was in like Open Water 2, which I also don't remember him in. But yeah, he's incredible in the first two seasons of Euphoria, and I, like you, I'm glad they got to give him at least a scene in the new season. I think it's probably at Cassie's wedding, if I'm not mistaken. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah. From what I can tell, it looks like he's at the wedding with the wife and Cassie and Nate and all that stuff. So I'm curious to see if he has any more screen time than that one sequence, because I know he was pretty sick on the time of filming.
Yeah, I think I read that he was shaking quite a lot once they got him on set, and they just stacked a load of, because of where the character was. I don't know if I'm spoiling stuff. They put a bunch of beer bottles around him, and it just kind of fit where they wanted to take the character anyway. And I'm
Yeah,
glad he got to do this last little scene, and I'm glad. I'm just glad we weren't going to get Fezco this season, so I'm glad they could fit Eric Dane in. And I'm glad Fezco is still alive. I'm glad, that was a nice choice. He's in prison for 30 years. He'll probably get on fine in prison. You know, People
yeah.
will like him.
That was the most respectful way to honor the character, I think, instead of like killing him off. I mean, because they could have easily killed him off. They could have said he died from that gunshot wound in the hallway. But I
Yeah,
think I think Levinson cared for him so much. You can tell, like, he was tearing up in that interview talking about him, that he just wanted to honor his memory by keeping him alive in the show, even if it was in jail for 30 years. At least he's alive.
yeah. Fezco's still standing, and I like that.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
so this episode will go up on Wednesday, by which time episode 2 would have dropped. We're going to be a little bit behind with these episodes. So,
Yep.
if you ever want to know what an episode, the previous episode of Euphoria, what we thought about, then yeah, Wednesdays will be the day, and we'll be doing every episode. How many do we know how many there are?
I think there's 8.
8. Okay, well, you got 8 weeks of me nodding and interjecting whilst Tyler just absolutely blows his load
I think
like a madman.
I think I've said more on this Euphoria episode than I have in the last fucking 3 episodes of the movies we've picked, even including myself. So hey, here we are.
Hey, this is what people want. This is what they want to hear, Tyler. They want to hear passionate Tyler. So that's what we're giving to them.
Exactly. Passion and Tyler will come out for Euphoria, I can promise. And I will have the episodes up by Wednesday. Usually I'm terrible at remembering Wednesday posts, but I will remember to post this episode on
Oh, you'll
Wednesday for you
remember this.
guys. I will
Do,
remember this.
do we give them the business? I don't know it, so you'd have to do it. I'm going to learn it.
So you can find us on Instagram. That is Raiders_of_the_underscore podcast. We're on Facebook, where I will remember to post this on Wednesday. I promise. We have a YouTube channel where you can watch Kevin's awesome videos. He makes awesome videos and showing off his collection of what he got. And y'all should check that out. We have a Discord. We have a Blue Sky. I don't think we ever fucking use Blue Sky, but we have one. And you can always email us at raidersofthepodcast@gmail.com.
Nice. Well, then, Tyler, I will see you next week for the stop motion special that you're really looking forward to.
I am so excited. Cannot wait.
All right, then. I'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.